Funny Fux Podcast. Get your jokes
and your strokes
with comedians and adult entertainers every Thursday on Dash Radio.
Dash Radio.
Tastemakers.
Tastemakers.
going raw.
Oh, Tastemakers, I'm coming.
Oh, yeah?
Funny Fux Podcast.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Brandon Broady.
And I'm Niki McElroy.
And welcome back to Funny Fux. We merge your favorite comedians
and your favorite sex industry stars
to bring you not only the steamy,
but the funny.
All right, so today's a special day because it's not just any regular day in April.
What day is it?
It is National Marijuana Day.
It's not today because by the time this airs, you know it's going to be probably June.
Well, I just want to people know what kind of state we're in during this episode.
Yeah,
you know
you
what I
are.
mean? Just to let them know some people are celebrating the holiday, you know, by partaking in the smokage, the edibles, the.
Yeah, and then there was like the Snoop Dogg event
Dogg.
outside.
Yeah.
Can't wait to wear my slippers at home.
Oh yeah, those look fire too,
Yeah.
man. I wonder if you click your heels 3 times, you end up in Long Beach.
I'm hoping he shows up. We get lucky.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. All right, so we have an amazing panel today as well.
Yes.
And
I met our first guest when we were co-hosting Quake's House in a room of men, so we became immediate friends. So
just because you're in a room of men, it made
yeah, because everyone tries to come for you and stuff,
Yeah.
and so yes, right. And so she's a comedian, an actress, and radio personality. She reps Chicago very hard. In the studio, we have a woman who brings body to comedy, Miss with a Z, Sharelle.
Man, what's going on? LA, it's your girl, Miss Sharelle Pierce from the south side of Chicago.
Woo-hoo.
Wow, hunnits. Living in LA. And man, I want to thank you, Niki, Broady, for having me on as a guest today. I've been trying to get on here forever. So I'm excited. Thank you
I know,
so
I'm happy
much.
you're in town. Like, I was like, are you back? Are you back? Are you back?
Yes, and I'm so glad that you stalked me a little bit.
I did.
Because I was like, you know what? I got to get on there. Congratulations to you, too, because you make the perfect, radio co-host and host.
It's
Thank you.
It's a good
Yes.
dynamic. Yeah, we're
Yes.
grateful.
Light skin. Y'all bringing that light skin in.
I am not light. I am brown.
She don't be at the meetings. I don't know what you're talking
Yeah, don't get me twisted.
about. I'm proud and beige. Okay. Well, again.
I'm mocha.
Right. All right. So it's a sunny day in LA.
Hey.
Nikki clearly wrote this.
You know where we're going with
But
this.
our studio is a bit cloudy. You know him from All Deaf, Damn Internet You Scary. He's a musician, a gamer, and even has a new travel show. This man is bringing the shade everywhere. Let's welcome Patrick Cloud.
Hey.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Niki and Brandon.
Of course, absolutely.
Appreciate it. How'd
Yeah.
you guys get away with having fuck in your title?
Is it with the X?
With an X.
That's really all it takes is the,
Yeah.
the misspell?
Yeah.
And the LLC's approved?
And it just works.
X's
I
it all
really
out.
always wondered. Hey, congrats.
He has all these titles in the chamber with the fuck with the F word in it.
Couldn't figure it out for all these years.
He's like, I have a children's show called Fictional Fucks.
Tiny fucks.
Princess Fucks.
Well, we're happy to have you in the building today, Pat. We're going to have a lot of fun.
So the best part about this show is the research we get to do on our guests. I mean, I can't even open up. Have you been on our Twitter yet, or is it just me that runs it?
You do a lot of the back office shit.
Yeah, just throwing a jab
I'm here
there.
For the edit and
Yeah.
jokes,
Why I gotta be the back office?
That's what they call it.
Why not the office shit?
I'm in the way back, like Rosa Parks.
Way back.
But now when I pop into my Twitter, all I see is like instant penetration. Like, because all the people that I follow on Twitter now, it's like as soon as it opens, it's like someone freaking. I'm not saying the
You're
word.
just trying to check the news.
And so so one of those guys doing that penetrating. He's a rapper, has a clothing line, and we're happy to have him today, Young Jax.
Yeah. What up? How y'all doing today? Yes, indeed. Oh man, we have an amazing lineup. So the way we like to run our show, before we get into anything, we want to do what we call we create a SKEET sheet. So basically, the words are going to be replaced today. So we're not going to be saying dick, we're not going to say penis, any permutation of that. It's going to be a word that you guys are going to draw: vagina, pussy, all that coochie. It's going to be a new word.
SKEET sheet.
Sex.
Yeah. So instead, so we try to keep it somewhat clean, even though we have a full X in our name. So instead of sex or the action of that, Sharelle, I'm going to have you draw what word we are going to use.
Okay. So
Penis.
No, that's not it, guys. That's not it.
I saw hers. Is that okay?
No, she has to.
Yeah,
What is it?
it's not
What
a
is it?
secret.
Into the mic.
Sneeze.
So you didn't have sex with someone last week and you sneezed with him.
You sneeze. Your allergies.
You're not allowed to
have.
say fuck, have sex or anything. Now you're saying sneeze.
Oh,
That
so
is
the
the Mad
sneeze is
Libs.
like coming.
Well, I mean, it could be.
Like the snot is the.
It could
is
be the snot is you snotted all over her
It
after
could
you
be.
sneezed. You sneezed this girl snotted all over.
I like the sound effect.
You know what I'm saying? I sneezed in her tummy. It's like trying to talk around kids. Like I sneezed in her tummy.
That's exactly. It's like Mad Libs. Exactly. So instead of penis, we are now going to draw a word that we're going to use for that.
So all of us use sneeze.
We all use sneeze. We are going to all use.
You got to take a shot if you don't say that word. If you mess up.
This is for penis.
This is for penis.
Now there's some
I
consequences.
might keep saying this. Spaghetti.
I like that. The spaghetti.
Spaghetti
I
is
hope it
good.
doesn't feel like spaghetti
Pulled
though.
out the spaghetti.
He pulled out his angel hair on you. You're like, man,
I prefer a
Spaghetti.
fettuccine.
Spaghetti
More
and
width.
meatballs. You got the meatballs too.
That's perfect right there. Yeah.
Spaghetti and meatballs.
And
the sauce.
And so for the women part, the puss, whatever you want to call it, Jax, can you pull that for me?
Puzzle.
Oh, the puzzle. We're gonna
You know what? That's actually too perfect because
I'm
getting
about
to
to
that shit
say-
is a puzzle.
I'm saying all of this in the future, even after the show.
So for sex, we have sneeze.
All right.
Okay.
For the man part, we have spaghetti.
Okay.
And for the women part, we have puzzle. So anything, any story you tell, anytime you want to talk about it, remember these words.
Spaghetti in the puzzle.
Yep.
The man part, it's spaghetti.
Yep. And I know we've been drinking a little bit, getting prepped, so I hope this all goes well. We'll remind you while we're playing.
It's
Yeah.
not even a drinking, it's the edibles. That's
Make sure you're talking to the mic, mama.
Okay.
Sharelle's gonna be a different person by the end of this podcast,
Right?
y'all.
Yeah.
She hasn't drank in a while, too, and I gave her some
I know.
Jameson, you know?
This is how they welcome me. Niki spiked my drink.
Oh, she told me she didn't do mushrooms in a while, so I gave her a little mushrooms before this too.
Oh, she has a little everything.
No, I'm playing. I didn't-
All we're missing is the cocaine without the fentanyl.
It's a cocktail.
It ain't spiking if you know about it.
Right? That's true.
It ain't
That's
spiking
true.
it, you know about it.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
a
I
Rick
see
Ross.
what type of party this gonna be. The light skin taking up for the light skin having a back. Who I have in here? The hell?
I think you need
What?
the new
I
paper
am
bag.
here with you.
Man. No, I'm talking about this one over here. He was like, "It's not a spike if you know about it."
Yeah.
That's the
I
rules.
didn't know about it on the air.
That's the rules.
All right, so like we're gonna jump right into it. So first segment of our show we like to call foreplay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get into this icebreaker. We like to call it foreplay. We're gonna give you some statements from the internet, and you guys are gonna give us a little free association that comes to mind. So if it reminds you something that you've done, it just makes you think of something. We want to hear on that.
It has to something we've done,
No, it's something from the internet.
Whatever you think of when we tell you this thing that we
like
pulled from the
Inkblock
internet.
style.
Yeah,
Whatever
exactly.
that
Yeah,
is.
yeah. It's the Rorschach test. Like,
Rorschach.
You know, Rorschach, yeah.
Well, let him go
And for
first.
the first one, this is for Amanda to say, I think.
All right, so this one is free puzzle. Free puzzle scares me. You don't want a little snack or nothing, so we saw that on the internet.
So,
Say again?
so free puzzle scares me.
Okay.
You don't want a little snack or nothing?
So have you ever been in a situation?
So she's gonna give it away for free without you taking her to dinner first.
You don't want a snack or something.
Yeah. Whoever wants to jump in, look, young Jax, do you like? Well, no, your girls get paid, right?
We hope so, right?
I guess.
He's like, I got this internship for you.
I mean, as far as like going on a date, I mean, I feel like you should definitely, get a little vibe going before you go all in.
I think so
what I
too,
mean?
right?
Yeah.
So
Whether it's-
do they scare you when they're just willing to give it up for free?
I mean, we just call that too easy.
Okay,
We like
and that's
the
a turn
challenge.
off.
I mean, for sure.
For the
Most
most part,
definitely.
I feel like there's never a time where you actually get free puzzle. It's never really free. Like if me and my friends made a chart, we tried to decide if we had ever gotten free puzzle before, and everyone was like, "Yeah, everything went through. I didn't even pay for dinner. I didn't do all this." I was like, "Did you drive to her house?" He's like, "Yeah, gas right
Gas
there. You
money,
paid.
okay,
You
you
paid.
already-
You
And
paid."
was she crazy at the end of the day?
I don't know. I don't know how far it does. That's another.
Or talking on the phone. You paid the phone bill to sit up there
Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
hours
Like
just
how
to
do you?
convince her that
That's
you're the
hilarious.
business.
But
how
she
do you
pays her
actually-
phone bill too. I mean, that's a
But I'm just talking for the guys because guys be petty with it, So
Have you ever given away free, or you expect dinner?
you know what?
This is a little snack. You know what I mean? This is like a bag of Cheetos.
Safe to say, I don't recall.
What's
that
the
because
minimal
of the
snack
drink?
though? Like, what's the minimal snack that you can give that counts as
Ice
know
cubes?
what I mean?
Ice.
They figured that out for men on Twitter, and it was wings and a blue Gatorade. Wings and a blue Gatorade, and I think one woman added like $50 for a PlayStation game or something like that.
Damn.
And there was just a whole thread of people like of dudes that are just like, I'm pregnant.
Yo, she sounded like, that sounds like Bay right there. That sounds like Bay. A blue Gatorade too,
Like
boo?
we go together.
The light blue Gatorade too. They
Oh, we know.
specified and all of
Oh,
that.
hell yeah. If she gets me red, we're definitely getting in bed. That's my flavor.
I like
Gatorade.
it
I
out.
like that.
Yeah.
That
Slut
that
it out.
deserves a T-shirt.
Yes, sir.
Wait,
Yeah.
you said what, Broady?
Get me to the bed with a Gatorade red.
So then what's like the what is women's version of that? What is y'all minimum
I think it
snack?
depends on the what the guy looks like.
Wait, so the better the guy looks, the lesser the
Yeah, I'll take a
it could be
Skittles
like
pack.
Cheez-Its.
And it's not even the good Cheez-Its. It's like the big
Oh,
Cheez-Its.
the white
Nobody-
ones.
The white one is delicious.
But if you ugly, you gotta get the shit catered.
No, we gonna eat in Paris.
You gotta have the heated tin things. The scoops.
Yeah, I need seconds.
I'm trying to think like. Yes, has the free has it happened 100% free? Is that possible? Absolutely. But I think that, especially since the pandemic, like a little chill at the crib, I feel like that counts nowadays. You know what I mean?
A little chill at the pandemic. So
you
like,
want to Netflix somebody to die.
But I'm
yeah.
saying Netflix and chill was like a bad thing before the pandemic. Remember, it was
No,
like
it was the red box.
It was like looked down upon, like, oh, you just go on Netflix and chill. Then the
No,
pandemic
it was the
happened.
red box
now that's
for us.
who's red boxing and shit? That
That's
was your
what I'm saying.
that's your problem.
She's
That was it.
aging
Red
herself.
Box, you were hanging out with Redbox niggas.
No. I'm talking about.
you giving up your box for some red box?
You gotta physically go there.
I was saying I was in a relationship, and so he felt like we've done all that. So let's just get something out the red box and just chill out. And I'm just like, this is before Netflix.
We ain't talking about relationships. We talking about
Wait, you went back in time? This is before Netflix?
This was before Netflix and before I moved to LA.
Oh, well then if we talking about that, then yeah. I mean, back in the day, Blockbuster was the shit.
yeah. But then at least you go there on a date and pick it out together.
That's what I'm saying. But at least it was a physical location. Who's going to a fucking vending machine?
She's like getting her dollar ready, like doing this, like it's gonna be a good night.
Licking the corners.
Ain't no aisles. That shit is no. I
Get
feel
it
like
and go. Get it and
I
go.
feel like the pandemic changed the dating atmosphere, and now a good Netflix and chill is a good. I feel like that's a good time, and it's accepted now.
So you're not scared of free
Puzzle.
puzzle. You're not scared of free puzzle.
Situationally, I'm not afraid of it.
He's like, I actually prefer it.
I think the free puzzle means obviously no effort, but if you guys are incorporating like gas money and all this stuff, that would be you're at a spot, you meet somebody, and it just happens right then and there.
But even you getting to said spot means you had to spend some kind of money.
No, you were doing that anyways.
True.
Okay, I think of it like this: you're just going to check your mail.
Hell no.
And then get some head. Like that's like free, like
No,
That's a porn.
That's
That's not real.
That's like saying you paid for the.
Jax is like, that's one of my films, bro.
Oh, you must have seen.
That's like saying you paid for it because you were wearing clothes and you paid for those clothes. Like that don't count.
Okay, so fully
You were
butt
already-
naked, you go to check your mail,
Well, you could have a robe on.
What's going on?
and the post lady comes through and she's like,
Hey, big boy.
yeah.
If you're at a party or an event or I don't know, like a hotel or something, and you're already there, and then you meet somebody and it happens without any.
Do you go to their room? You go to their room, right?
Any transactions? Don't do that. Oh, they had to pay for their room.
They had to pay for their room. I'm talking about completely free puzzle.
How is that possible if you're counting the rent of the bed that y'all fucking in?
But you're not paying for the bed in the hotel room, technically.
So what if you at
You're
home?
paying for the room.
You're paying for the room. I'm saying if you go to their room, they pay for it.
Oh, their room.
So that would be considered free.
I think that's free.
But if you didn't pay for the hotel to have sex, if you were already there staying there, that
Like
don't
somebody,
count.
like it's on somebody else's card.
Yeah, that's the same as bringing them back to your house.
Okay, I think. Well, you pay rent, but you pay rent.
Right, but you're not paying rent for
that
the
one free puzzle.
Yeah. That's already going on. I think when it's free, that means there's no. If you guys are adding driving and dinner and stuff like that, you're at a party, you already there, you meet somebody, and then it just happens there. You don't drive anywhere. That's the only like situation that I consider it being free.
So just at a party, just meeting up.
Or no, just like at a location, even if you're at a hotel. You know, and you bump into somebody, and then
Bump in.
You know what I mean? If you're already there and you meet and smash, and there's no transactions, that's free.
I want y'all to let us know for real if you've ever had free puzzle in your life. Like I want to hear a story that like where it was completely free, like beginning, middle, and end. Because I don't think it's possible. All right, so ultimately you say going to a party. That's the way.
Or event, yes.
Okay. All right. Well. All right. So we got another one right here. Ask all you guys. This one came from the internet. If we smashing and you see me outside this summer, just nod. I'ma smash you later.
Just nod.
Just nod. Don't.
I have those where like no one ever knows who I'm actually hooking up with.
Okay.
And to where I'll see them in public and be like, oh hey, and then no, I'm going to their house later.
So your nod is like the verification. Is like
yeah, I'll be at your house later.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
So wait, you can't just say hi to him?
No, yeah.
Because then you have everybody at the party thinking like, nigga said hi to me.
That makes it fun. They never know.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you know.
I was gonna say I'm always a one-arm hugger. Like the person I'm smashing that night, I see him out, a wink, one-arm hug. Hey, how you doing? And then keep walking.
So you dap them up and roll.
The one-arm hug is the sign?
Yeah.
Oh, that's like reverse. Because people would think if you doubled up, then you're like, oh, okay,
No,
that's
you're
the
being
person.
too careful.
What kind of hug did you give me today?
I should have looked closely.
I gave you a hey, Brody. Like
Interesting. And I'm gonna pay attention to your one-arm hugs now.
Be like, oh, there she go. There she go.
I don't wanna brag. I'm pretty sure I got one of these.
You got a onesie?
I didn't get a hug at all.
That's even better. That's the nod.
That's a for sure sign.
I'm a hugger, so I hug trees, I hug everybody.
Aw,
But if I hug you one arm, you know, it's me being careful, like not to really get into that.
What if you hug a tree with one arm? Does that should we think some shit?
Getting that wood.
Hugging a tree.
Superstar, Molly Shannon?
Never disrespect a tree with one arm. You know what I'm saying? The benefit I'm getting from this tree, I need both arms, and if I could put both legs around the tree, I would do it.
Oh, now we getting there.
Dang, it's getting there now.
What about you, Jax?
So as if we smashing and you see me outside this summer, just nod. I'm gonna smash you later.
I mean, I feel like a head nod or something like that, not too like discreet or not too like blatant, but a little more discreet, a little more low key would be ideal.
What offends you? Is there like like let's say you see a girl that you smashed, like what's way too much?
Wait, like
If you're trying to at an event, what's over, like if they hug you like that might happen, but what's like too much or what's too little? You're like damn, like she gonna just disregard me?
Like the hug and like lingering around part.
Oh, like the hanging and following you around at the party.
Yeah. That's weird.
Yeah.
It's real weird. I hate when guys do that.
Ooh, that's so stalkish. So stalkish. Oh, do not hang around me.
Like, go find
Do
some
not-
friends.
If I can see you just really good, it's time for me to go. Because that's just gonna make me feel so weird, and want to punch you in the face. Not saying that I'll do that, but that just like you all in here, like, come on.
The weirdest part is like you see them every now and then because you're like you would check and be like that's weird and look at something else. But optics is like it's so obvious when there's just like a little like puppy following you around. People are just like, what the hell is going on with this?
It's like Pac-Man and the ghost following behind.
That's only when they turn around they go blue. What the the hell?
You can't even take a drink from that person. Like they like, what you drinking on? Because after that, they really in your, just.
Yeah, there's some dudes that think they own you for the rest of the night. I've seen that in action, man. Like, yo, you can't just because you got her a lemon drop doesn't mean that's your joint.
But I mean, and on their defense, have you seen the prices here in LA? It's like the price of your rent. So,
I put my rent on that drink. You owe me some puzzle.
I'm not going to sleep tonight.
I'm sleeping on the streets because of your lemon drop.
You could be drunk.
Listen, we have to be able to file that. Can we use profanity on here?
Yeah.
Because we have to be able to file that shit off on our taxes. Because I was at Bill Bellamy party. I called myself going to buy a couple of drinks. They gave me the bill. It was like, I only bought 3 drinks. It was like $82.50. And I'm like, bitch, put all this shit back.
That was 3 drinks.
It was expensive there. I was just like, okay.
You was at the W Hotel or something?
No, it was Bill Bellamy's party.
We're at the Bourbon.
Oh, the Bourbon Room.
On Hollywood somewhere.
You know, that's crazy because the prices on the regular any day of the week ain't that high.
yeah, they're like $12 on big parties, like $25.
They gave y'all them Bellamy prices. That's crazy. They Bill Bellamy y'all. You got Bill.
Got the bill.
You got the Bill Bellamy.
Roddy, I swear to God, you're not lying. They gave you the Bill Bellamy prices because I'm like, wait a minute, fam. I just moved here. Like, what is this?
I'm getting used to this.
I'm like, nah, okay, put these back. So I was like, let me see the receipt on that. Like, I needed my receipt and everything because you better believe I'm writing that shit off on my taxes under medical or something like.
Man, we should be able to write off taxes for buying y'all drinks. That should be a write-off.
That is a business expense.
That should be a write-off.
That's an absolute business expense.
It's a business expense.
Who is Broady?
It's me apparently.
Brody.
I was gonna wait. I was gonna say this entire podcast. I want to give you the big reveal. It's Broady.
Like bro, not a broad.
Yeah. So to be clear, she doesn't give me one-arm hugs, and she also says my name. She chops and screws that shit.
That means you guys are surely freaking. You sneezing
too. If I butcher your name in public.
Are we smashed?
Yeah, you guys are surely sneezing.
What's up, Patrick? It's like, oh shit.
I've never had any allergic reaction with Sharelle. Just to be clear, we never sneezed. Never sneezed.
We've never sneezed, okay? Trust and believe. I'm sorry. You know what? I'll chop up a name in a minute. So,
she's gonna start calling. Hey, Niki, how you doing?
But you know what?
Jocks, we got
Just
Jocks,
do
Nike,
it.
and
Just
Pitt.
do it.
Blame it on
Over here.
Niki and blame it on the edibles that someone gave me. It was a sativa edible, and I'm just like, okay, so how much should I take of this?
Well, this gets into our next one.
Yeah, clearly your dosage is
Yeah.
none.
What is your problem when you're drunk?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh, you're asking me?
All of you. What is your problem when you're drunk?
I'm too embarrassed.
To say what your problem is? We'll come back to you then.
Please.
Well, how long do embarrassment take? No, say that shit. Say that shit right now.
You know what? I'm gonna have a problem with him. No, you know what? See, back in the day, I'm from Chicago, so it was always 20 to the head, no cover up. And I'm so ashamed to say that.
Wait a second. What can you please?
I'm
sorry. I don't speak. Yeah. I don't speak. Pop.
20 to the head, no cover up.
That's safe. I'm gonna just keep it as that. And then just I'm a Scorpio, so like
Extra stingy.
it's heat. It gets heated.
Ooh.
It gets heated.
You mean the puzzle gets heated?
I drunk call and be doing stupid shit. I drunk call.
Oh.
So I hate it because when I wake up that morning, I be like, what the fuck was I thinking right here?
That's dangerous.
Drunk call. Yeah.
So
Never
is it
a good idea. It's never a good idea.
Never.
Is it like you end up at somebody's house because you had too much,
Like drunk call.
or you're
my
in jail
ex.
type shit?
I'll drunk call like my exes. I hate
To sneeze or to like be all dramatic and stuff. Why I can't believe you did this
that.
to me?
Sneeze, to spaghetti, to macaroni, to potato salad, to do all that stuff.
She's like, I'm going to the Olive Garden tonight,
Buffet style.
where it's family.
That's dangerous.
That's dangerous. Yeah.
What about you, Jax? What is your problem when you're drunk?
My problem probably is the demon time.
What does that mean?
Whatever go down in the dungeon, go down in the
Oh, there's a dungeon?
Why do I believe he actually has a dungeon?
I know. I am very
You know what I'm
curious.
saying?
Do you have a dungeon,
I
or
do
do you
not
have
have a
toys and cages?
It's 50 Shades of Grey over here.
No, I don't think he's playing. I don't think
He's like, I'm playing. It's just 49.
and a half.
Nah, it's just demon time. Like, you just never know what I can pull out the hat. You know what I mean? That's all.
Okay.
That'd be dope as hell if he actually had like a top hat with everything in it. Today,
Pee Wee Herman
He's
style.
like, is this your condom?
He pulls out his sex swing.
He said he coming with it a different way. You don't know what you gonna get, bitch. You just get ready.
It depends if you're off the Casamigos or the Douce or the Patron. You get 3 different demons.
Wow.
3 different.
He's like, you want a bottom shelf demon, a top shelf demon? Or do you want Satan? Like,
That's mild schizophrenia. That's just demons waiting to see what he drinks. Tequila tonight?
Hades is back.
you're the,
I don't think I'm ready for none of that. He'll have me around here buying all type of crystals and shit, trying to figure out which property to have around this nigga. Like, I need crystals, incense, sage, and there's not enough tree hugging I can do. If you pull it three demons out the hat.
3 demons is wild.
3. That's
Specific
wild.
to alcohol too. That's why they call spirits.
Now we not doing spaghetti or sneezing. This is some other shit. We are through the galaxy. Okay.
Drunk sneezing.
Drunk sneezing. What about you, Patrick?
Luckily, my drunkest self will not call anybody or anything. Oh yeah, my drunkest self won't text anybody.
Good for you.
You just pass out?
Can't communicate. Two terrible things that I do. Number one, I'll just walk out. I'll just fucking I just be like leaving. That's
he's like, I'm out.
Yeah, there'll just be times I'll just like take off down the street or something. Not running, but just like I'll leave. And like,
Can you imagine if he actually ran?
People be like, what the fuck did you just go?
She's like, I know my pH is a little off, but you.
Conversation, he like, all right.
It's usually not big conversation, but I'll either Batman out and they'll be like, where the hell Patrick go? And then they didn't see me leave, or I'll just like walk out at like a super awkward time.
But like, your car's right there, bro. You're walking.
I'm just gonna walk home. I'm just gonna walk.
Just go somewhere else.
That's funny.
I think I'm like you. When I get drunk, I like to roam. So if I'm in a I just like, I'll have a group of friends, and then they'll be like, go get texts. Where are you, Nikki? Oh, I just found these new group of friends over in the corner. I'm just talking.
So
I'm in the bathroom for like an hour talking to these girls in the bathroom for an hour.
That actually happened to me. You know, I was at the Delilah's. And I'm just like in the bathroom.
That's how black people say it, y'all. It's with an S. The Delilah's.
With the S at the end.
Well, you already know I'm from Chicago.
That's what I'm saying. I love it.
And
McDonald's.
I'm just in the bathroom, and I'm just like talking to these females. They were in there so long, and they invited me into a session. And I'm just like, what is going on? They like, do you like the party? And I was like, hell yeah.
That's the start of every bad night.
Yeah.
Do you like to party?
You like to party?
I said, hell yeah, I do. What's up?
Shit.
And I didn't know that I was about to go in this one stall, like
could've
with
told you.
about 5 females to party, and I was just like, "Oh, this type of party.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm out.
Drugs?
It's too much."
Oh yeah, lined up on the toilet thing probably.
Do you like to party as either drugs or some type of orgy?
Yeah, I found that out, and this is like, you got to find this out in
Now
LA.
I know.
You
Now I
got to
know.
find this out in LA. When I first moved out here, I was at some strip club, and I think one of the strippers, the dancers, came over to me and asked me if I wanted some party favors, and I was like, hell yeah, like kazoos and hats,
Yeah.
like ooh, like the little like I was like, let's go. And she comes back with her purse. I'm like, wondering what kind of party favors. Like, is it gonna be one of those little spinning, the little clack 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 things? Bro, she had all the colors of pills in that thing. I was like, oh.
Being naive in a drug situation is so humbling because you're like, I'm not that cool.
Yeah.
'Cause I remember like my second time in Vegas, I was with a group that was like older than me, and like the girls went into the bathroom to, you know, do the white. Mm-hmm. And I went into the bathroom and there was a group of dudes in there.
You went to do
and
the
they were
brown.
Like, no, they had cocaine and they were like, hey, we're about to do this. You want some? And I was like, no, but I had FOMO and I wanted to kind of see
Oh my
it.
God, you just
I
lied.
wanted
You
to see
said
it. No. I didn't lie. I was like, no, but I want to see.
I wanna watch.
I went into the stall.
A Coke
And
voyeur.
I saw voyeur, right? I was just like watching. I was just like, man, this is crazy. And then I came out of the bathroom with them, like the stall with them, and there was like a dude washing his hands, and I was like, that was the gayest thing I've ever done. I was like, in my head, I was just like, whoa, this is cool. I had no idea the optics.
The guy outside the stall was like, "You guys making spaghetti in there?"
It was from.
It was like 4 dudes.
It went from FOMO to homo.
I didn't touch anyone's
That's a good
spaghetti.
movie title, yeah.
There was no sneezing. I didn't see any spaghetti. But just that feeling of walking out of a handicapped stall and having a dude washing his hands like, oh. Like,
But there's one dude that walked in the stall like, "Oh no, I didn't come for the coke. I actually did come for some of the dick." So the glory hole's not going on in here. Or,
Oh my God, what is that movie? I'm here for the gangbang.
What is my problem when I'm drunk? I probably just get way too chatty, and I become like I'm already just at like a level 9 easily, just being myself. I mean, you could probably attest.
Yeah,
to
then he
what-
gets emotional too. So then you start
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about all his stories and where his heart is.
God.
I mean, like, and that's probably
way
why.
to ruin a party.
That's probably why I roam around so much. I'm like,
He's
bye,
trying to get the
Brandon.
hell away from this.
But he also can just stand in one spot and just stare.
I'm like, I miss her puzzle, man. I love doing that puzzle.
I only roll when Brody's drunk. I don't leave when I'm drunk. I leave when he's drunk.
That part.
I got a stage left on this nigga.
I've seen Broady drunk. He was just standing in one spot. And I was just like, Broady, what's going on? And once I got him started, it was, like, it was over after that. And we were supposed to be, that was Jason Lee's party. And I was
Oh,
like,
wow.
I'm like trying to get us in there, you know. And I'm seeing Broady, he like, no, I'm good. Just go ahead. And I'm like, well, who you standing out here with? Like, come on, we can get
I was
in there
waiting for
right
her.
now.
I was literally waiting for her.
Yeah, and I dipped. So
No, this is when I was waiting for you to come to the thing. Oh yeah.
No, this is when we were getting in.
Yeah.
You were just standing there so cool with your one hand in your pocket, and then we talking and stuff. And I'm
Hilarious.
just like, I think we could go in now. He was just like,
I was
chilling.
down to go in. I was waiting on her to arrive, you know, and I was trying to make it easy.
then she
Yeah.
didn't?
I came. Yeah, I went.
Okay.
Yeah.
he did
Yeah,
say
I was
he
literally
waiting
waiting for her, and I was like, I know I can go in right now, but I know once she gets here, 'cause she had some other people with her too. So I was like, this is gonna be. I would rather everyone come in one
One
swoop.
group.
Yeah,
Yeah, you saw it was a shit show.
yeah. But I
Yeah.
love how you just try to throw in your little. You want a pat on the back for trying to get me in? I love how you was like, I was inside the party. He was like, I saw Broady waiting outside with his hand in his pocket.
No, you said
That was my favorite detail out of all of this. I don't know what the hell y'all
His hand
talking
in his
about.
pocket.
But he had one hand in his
Let me
pocket.
clear that up. He was actually, he told me, he said, I'm waiting on someone. And I'm just like, but bro, we can get in right now. And then we just come back out and get them, whoever, you know, because it was like they was tripping and the line was so down. And I'm just like, look, we get in on this side, and then when they show up, then they just.
But you
open up
did
the
make it
gate.
happen though, like, cause they started pressuring me and like, and then she was like, she actually said my name right. She's like, Broady. She didn't say Broady. She said, Broady, come this way. And
She
I,
remembers when it's time.
When it's time,
When it
when it's
counts.
go time. When it
Well,
matters.
actually, I told them that you were waiting on Tiffany Haddish to come and get you from the door.
Oh, there
and
she
I'm
goes.
with you. And I said, I'm with you.
Oh yeah.
And so that's why they let me.
What? So
You dropping
got over-
names?
Wait a second. She used my guest list. Like,
Yeah, that's how I got in. And I was just like, Brody, come on.
Why
This
was
way,
he
right?
standing like a loan shark? With
He
one
was-
hand
With
in
one
his
hand in the pocket.
flicking nickels.
With his
Waiting for my
gator shoes.
I used to go to parties like this.
I'm waiting for Tiffany Haddish.
Anyone know Haddish? Tiffany Haddish.
I think that's when he was. I think he had a lot that night.
That night for sure, but at that moment I didn't. I was literally just waiting on Niki, and I that's sad that my waiting look also looks like I'm drunk.
Drunk out of your mind.
I'm just waiting, just literally waiting.
Okay, for our last one, I'm not missing out on any good puzzle because my homie had it 6 months ago. Like I heard all the men.
I'm
I'm not missing out.
I'll jump in
I'm
with
not
that one.
missing out on good puzzle just because my homie had it 6 months ago.
I'll jump, and we can switch it for the ladies too. But I'll jump in for that one.
Yeah,
I think that
Oh, damn.
I think there is a statutes of limitations. Like after so many years of homie not smashing a joint, that you can then go in there and do that puzzle. But I think that if you are like really tight with them, you should have that conversation. Now, my statute of limitations, I want to say 5 years. 5 years.
That's a long time.
That's
why I have longtime friends.
Well, I mean, I don't think that's the case. I don't think it's a time limit. I think the time limit is a cop-out if you don't want to have that conversation. Because then it's like, if that dude ends up being upset, you'd be like, man, it's been 5 years. It's like, no, that's your custom rules that no one else knows about. I think it's a feelings thing, because there could be a situation where a dude, it's just a hookup. So that girl's not thinking about him. He's not thinking about her. So the next month, it could be like, yeah, that's fine.
I'm talking like a girlfriend. Like if this
It can't
dude
be really
dated
a
her
girlfriend.
seriously-
That's different.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. If it's just somebody
Okay.
you just smashed, like, okay, yeah, we had
But
that
you should
conversation in the
still
parking
talk
lot.
to that person. I think that it's the same conversation.
We had a conversation outside of her house. You know, I'm like, hey, you still gonna be smashing that regularly? Because I can pull up.
What, like back to back?
Yeah, not back to back.
Sneezing.
Shower to back to back.
I've personally never been a part of a
Shower first, yeah.
of a train. I don't know if this is
I'm not a
weird
train
weird
conductor.
detour, but
Nice word, though.
there's
Detour.
gotta be a certain amount of hours and showers in between
I like
me
that.
and another dude. Like, I don't think it's. I mean, if honestly, it's mostly hours. 'Cause
Wait, I'd rather the shower
He's
than the
kind of
hours.
off on showers, not
definitely
necessarily the
showers,
shower.
but if your homie hit and she hopped right in the shower and was like, "Okay, Broady, your turn," you'd be like, "No." Hopefully, so maybe hopefully it's a more hours and a couple showers. But
That puzzle got power.
I can't just go right back in there. So
But she wants that tower.
I feel like if it's a girlfriend, personally, I would just leave it alone, because I think dudes are so proud. They'll more than likely say, yeah, it's fine, and then be like hating behind.
And it hurt their
Hella
feelings hurt.
because a piece of them be like, man, he can't get it.
I do feel, because is it true? Men are kind of territorial once they've done something.
course.
They get a little bit more territorial.
We're
Even if they don't even
animals.
care about the girls? Even if it was just a nothing?
There are animals that go into other niggas' territory and just kill all the babies.
All the male babies?
And
serious
that
business
goes for all animals, and I think that men are just instinctually territorial. It's just when you extra. There's way too many niggas that are like just extra.
Well, I think the thing that has made me compartmentalize it sometimes is when you can jokingly, when you know you smash like the same girl, just be like, hey, yo, bro, yeah, because we're Eskimo brothers. And then it becomes kind of a funny thing, and then it's like, all right, like, that's my Eskimo brother. And then you can talk about, the said.
Well, here's my thing. I'm with you on that. It has to be so many showers and whatever, but I'll put in another perspective. When you don't know, like, this energies, it's just energies. And if you know that Buddy is just a demonic with 3 demons coming up out of the head, and then do you really want to go behind that, like, right away? Like, how he get down, and do you want to, include your energy?
Are you talking about following up somebody who's putting it down?
I'm talking about, and sneezing with someone, and you're entering, the sneeze or the spaghetti, and 3 demons been there. Like, do you really want to go behind that? Like, so I think it should be some distance for a homegirl to get herself together, get rid of the demon energy, and then maybe you can go behind that.
But that all depends on which demon. It could be the different alcohols. Maybe it's the nicer demon.
No, I mean, demons. Listen, he said, I respect him because he said he have demons. That's cold as hell.
Maybe it's
to
the
say.
Tito's demons.
But
He ain't so bad.
said it. I'm just saying he has 3 of them. Like, we all have demons, but Buddy said he has 3 demons.
Jax, you want to jump in on this? She talking about you. You want to jump in on this?
I mean, for the female, it comes down to their morals. So if you're going to see the homie or the friend or the acquaintance 6 months or a day after, that's up to the female. Now, the males, it comes down to the understanding. Like me, if I don't really rock with the female or care for her like that, hey, 24 hours, go ahead, do your thing. But if I'm rocking with her, took her to dinner and paid for the puzzle.
It wasn't the free puzzle.
Yeah, if I paid for the puzzle.
Exactly.
then
You
it's
bought her
like-
lemon drops all night.
Yeah, then it's like, okay, well, I mean, it's up to the girl at the end of the day, too. But the man's standpoint is kind of like, hey.
It's your territory now.
Listen, I
It's a
love
respect
the fact
thing.
that he have demons. I can deal with 20 demons. My ancestors Me and my ancestors, we come strong. We can deal with as many demons as they'll allow us. I'm just saying, like, what if you got homeboy here? He's a mega dude. He can't deal with demons at all, and then he enters something that got 3 demons.
I have to say, here in LA, it's quite incestuous in this town. Like, it's hard not to date the same people. Like, I become friends with new girls, and I'm like, oh, you mess with him too?
Right.
Like,
You
just didn't know, and like, everyone knows each other, especially if you're in the industry. It's even smaller. So it's the same thing as small town USA. Right. Like, all the high school people end up interchanging boyfriends, girlfriends, because that's all that's really there.
It's like pick
It's
your
high school,
poison.
yeah.
Pick your
It's like
poison.
school.
Yeah,
It's
so
okay
I-
to do whatever.
So 6 months, it just depends on. For me, it just depends on the relationship. Did they have a relationship or not?
My
And how
friends-
close am I to the girl?
Yeah,
If you respect
that
the
part.
other, if you respect the person, if y'all are just like whatever, then it's whatever. But if you respect the other person, you just want to make sure that they wouldn't be upset. And I don't think
Yeah.
that has a time limit. There are some dudes who are just so hung up. It might be 5 years plus. It might be 7 years, and they'll be like, "Pfft, yeah, man, it's been 7 years. And then you just like
serious?
checking. And
I have
shit.
to say, I
How serious
had
was
a
the
girlfriend.
relationship?
I had a girlfriend. I went on a Tinder date, and she had went on a date with this guy from Tinder too. Went out like a couple times. She smashed the first night. So I go out on the Tinder date. Didn't know that they went out, and then I was like, oh, I'm on your side of town. I'm on this Tinder date, and I'm like, she's like, what's his name? And I said the name. She's like, no, that's the guy I went out with. The blah 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 blah. I was like, this doesn't count. Like, you can't sleep with everybody and then call claims on.
Hey, that was hilarious. Like, if you have a hoe friend, what's the limit?
You can't
Not to
sleep.
say she was a hoe, but
No,
like,
she was, though.
If your
Yeah,
friend is
yeah.
smashing everybody, at what point are you like, nigga?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta,
Nigga,
I'm
you
gonna
gotta
give you
hand some of these
5.
over.
I'm gonna give you 5.
You dropped a hot 30, and it's been 2 weeks. So I'm running out of people in this city.
Yeah.
No, and that's true. Like my roommate, she was like, guess what? She was like, I was on BLK, and guess who the fuck I saw on BLK? And
What's
I was
BLK?
Like, it's a dating site.
For
And
blacks?
Yeah.
Black
And I was like,
only couples.
or something like that. But everyone is on there. It's just not even blacks. And I'm like, she was like,
That's
guess
BLK,
who?
ain't it?
No, it's BLK.
No, I'm saying blacks.
Yeah,
only
never
couples.
mind.
I was like,
I was spelling it all fancy.
And she said, my roommate,
Spelling is fundamental.
Yeah, that part. My roommate said, guess who the fuck I saw on there? And I was just like, who, girl? And she told me, and I was like, what? And she was like, I almost swiped right on his ass because he was looking so good. And then I was thinking, I was getting in my feelings. I was like, that bitch still on there? I'm like, oh my God. I was so glad that she swiped, but I was thinking to myself, how can I be selfish? She in that area, he's on there. So if you go out with him, how would I know? You know, we're not exclusive. You
And
know,
sometimes
it's
if it
not
didn't work out
exclusive.
with someone, it doesn't mean that it wasn't, like, maybe you guys weren't supposed to be together. It doesn't mean they're not good for your friend. They could have a great
That part,
relationship,
yes.
like, because they just go together better. I don't know.
It was Sean's ass. Sean, I'm gonna tell you, I saw her ass on BLK, and she swiped. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. So we want to move right along. This next segment we like to call
Going Raw.
So we're gonna ask you about your sexual encounters, be they embarrassing, terrifying, weird, hilarious. We want the funny. We want the funny
The
stories.
funny fucks.
So whatever comes to your mind, you know, no pun intended, but intended. So
This
They
is
only
set up.
gotta be times we went raw though.
No, it doesn't have to be times you went wrong.
unless it's a funny story.
Just
you know?
a funny
We're
story.
theoretically going raw.
Yeah, theoretically going raw. You get
thoughts.
Yeah.
This is set up.
Yeah, it's just a fun title. You don't have to talk about your raw. All right, so yeah, don't hesitate. Anyone have any crazy? I mean,
Jax, you ready? I know I prepped you for this.
what's the wildest, funniest, or wildest, or craziest, or
Funniest, wildest, crazy. Are you want like a mainstream gig? You want something like those
we want the
What, it could be
Demon
something on a movie.
movie or demon time? Type?
Demon Time might be more interesting
I
because
know.
Here is interesting alone.
I don't know.
Yeah, give
I
us
mean, mainstream. I would say the most craziest. And
What's
funny-
mainstream mean?
because he's a porn star,
Right.
So mainstream is regular life.
So you're talking about mainstream like on camera,
Yeah,
like working?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Porn star?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my God.
yeah, and I'm Broady. Look where you look at
Welcome to our show where we merge porn stars
That
and
edible-
comedians. Welcome
Hey, you didn't hear that part?
Sharelle's Edible is brought to you by I'm High.
and drunk.
He's filing taxes for slinging his penis. we over here doing it for free. He's invoicing.
You know the inside.
Have that it. The reason why I'm laughing because I saw him on Pornhub, and it was stepdad fucks stepdaughter with Omicron dick.
Wait, with Omicron?
Was that you, Jax?
Are you on the hub?
Yeah.
Oh, congrats. I feel like, that's like the NBA, ain't it? That's hard.
Welcome to the league.
I actually got nominated for the Porn Award, like Grammys, the AVNs.
Oh, an AVN. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Congratulations, brother.
tight.
For this season, I guess.
Yeah.
So when is the actual award show?
January, right?
Happened last.
You were nominated this past January.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
How much fucking happens the weekend of the AVN?
Man, it was crazy.
It seems like everybody who's fucking is in the
in
same
one
place. And I don't know if they working together or just like.
Wait,
hey,
are
let's-
they fucking or are they sneezing?
It's sneezing
My
all over
bad,
the place.
Sneezing.
There was a 30 person sneeze
A 30-person sneeze.
Hey, they sneezing at the same time?
at the same time.
This is fucking hay fever in there. Yeah.
I couldn't do it. That's too many people.
That's
but,
a lot of people.
Yeah, but
That's a big
they
room,
put it
too.
Together though. Yeah.
Where do you book? What venues do you get for 30
I
persons
know it's a
sneezing?
That's gotta be like a
convention
mo-
Is
room.
that a con?
That's an all-purpose. That's a banquet hall.
conference.
That's a banquet hall.
Everybody eats.
Yesterday we had a luncheon for Amazon, but today we have a 30-person circle fucking.
It's lit.
But yeah, I'll probably say the craziest thing I've done on camera.
What'd you get nominated for too, by the way?
Best male newcomer.
Best male
newcomer. I
only
like the
been in-
pun.
I only been in for a year.
Oh, congrats!
You've been doing it for a year?
Yeah.
Okay, congrats. Big moves.
What's the episode, or like for the people if they want to know?
What? That the
Are you
nomination came
people?
from?
She's people. She's people.
She's speaking for herself, not a friend.
You talk about what movie got the nom?
No, I'm talking about like on Pornhub.
She said, "Where do I find you?"
My porn name is Lawson Jones. Yeah, LJ. You can find me on there. Brazzers, Naughty America, Penthouse, Vixen.
That's all the big ones.
Lawson Jones. And here, look, she's already put it in her phone. She's already put it in her
I'm
phone.
so used to it now. In the beginning, I'm like, damn, you're a freak. But now it's like, okay, I already know what y'all on. Like,
Well, I knew he was a freak because he said 3 demons, and he gonna pull him up out the head. I was
That's
like,
a lot of
buddy
demons.
is a freak over here. Let me find
And she's
out.
low-key intrigued.
I know, she's so intrigued now.
She's like, 3?
I just want to meet 2.
She's like, tell me about this 3. Here's my address. I want you to tell me more about that 3 later on.
So let's get to these stories. Let's go, Jax.
Okay, on camera, I did a 5 reverse gangbang. So
Wait, what's?
That's 4 girls and
four
you,
girls.
right?
It was 5.
5 girls and you. Wow.
It was me, yeah, and that was pretty intense. And then off camera, I would probably say like, Shawty threw up on me.
How?
Whoa.
Like because she went too deep in her mouth?
Yeah.
How much throw up was it? Was it like the full chunky kind?
It was like the leftover chicken we had.
No, you
What's her-
recognize the food?
Look at what's her name? Athena Anderson.
Oh yeah, she told us.
Hey.
I ain't even know
Well,
that.
she'll tell on herself though, because
Hey.
she told us how she shitted, how she threw up, how she's done everything on set.
Yeah, I seen that.
Full circle. We talking about free puzzle. You guys went to dinner. You paid for the chicken. She brought it back.
She brought it back. She
Gave
brought
it back.
Yeah, you
That's
can't even
free.
mad. That's free.
Wow for that one.
That's free.
Okay,
That's what I call
tell
free.
me, and moving back, tell me about the reverse gangbang. Like, how does that even like?
So it
like,
was,
what makes it crazy for you?
It was I was a student and it was 5 MILFs, so it was 5 teachers. So it was a Spanish teacher, art teacher.
Hell
and I-
yeah.
and I
You're,
was
you're
a-
falling behind in your studies.
Yeah, and I was in detention, and I ended up have to, you know what I mean, do what I need to do to get out of detention.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What makes a gangbang a gangbang? Is that all at once or a train like one at a time?
All at once.
Hell yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Super like. No schools would do that. Like not sex aside, like
Hey, the rules are the rules,
like
Houston.
getting jumped by all your Spanish, English, like all teachers at once, like every subject.
Brazzers,
We're
college.
tutoring you at once. Like that's an overwhelming amount of information. Sex aside.
Oh, the
You
picture.
got a picture of it right now.
The Brazzers School of. Okay.
That did look like fun.
Are they still there right now, or like they?
Oh, you You look extra light skinned when you're naked.
The funniest part is like being mid eating coochie and smiling for the camera. Like eating the coochie like.
That is interesting. You think you can airdrop that?
What was the weirdest subject teacher? Was there like a marine bio or something?
The Spanish teacher, she couldn't really speak English, so it was.
So that's what it made us feel.
That's fire though.
The porn writers are pretty good for some of
But
them.
what were the others? Do you remember all the subjects? Or you didn't give a damn? That part was done in the first 2 minutes.
The subject was puzzle.
This one here asks some interesting questions.
Yeah, he does.
That's what I'm here for.
That's why he has 20 shows.
That's what I'm here for.
Detail, I love it. Like you're so detailed. You're asking what I'm thinking. Like, man, I wonder if, and you're asking the questions. That's
What's
pretty
your
dope.
story, Miss Ma'am? What's your story? What's your funny story?
My funny story?
Yeah, what you got? With some embarrassing? Is there an embarrassing time for you, a friend, yourself? Hopefully you, preferably you. Is there a time where that you thought it was like just like weird, like somebody asked some kind of weird something from you that turned you off? Was there something where you just like just an early memory or something, or an amazing memory, the best time ever? That like they just.
I can give you some of all categories.
Okay.
Well, growing up in grammar school in Chicago, you got your ass whooped. And my teacher used to whip my ass all the time. Speaking of the teacher that just whooped the student's ass.
Oh, yeah.
Only thing I was mad at, she didn't have on Spanx. But, however, because that ass was out there. But that was the worst time, like growing up always, because I was a class clown. And I just I felt like the energy needed to be shifted and I needed to make people laugh. You know what I'm saying? So my teachers always had me. But embarrassing moment.
Sexual, though.
Sexual.
Oh,
Welcome to Funny Fux.
Yeah.
Miss Sharelle.
Yeah.
Name the time you got pantsed or something.
I was waiting for that story to turn into sex. It didn't turn into.
But I was getting worried because it was school and in grammar school. I'm like, I don't want this to turn to
On the
sex.
heels of Jackson's story. It's like when I have a real story, when my Spanish homework wasn't in on time.
You know what? I'm going to keep it 100. It didn't get there yet, but I was ready for it to, to come to that. I was supposed to go to R. Kelly's house when I was 16.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah, we can talk all about that.
He can't talk about it, but you can.
You can.
Okay, well,
You get rejected because you were too old? Like 16? Nah, no.
Hey, make sure you have the camera tight on her because we might want to sell this footage to Surviving R. Kelly season 4 or whatever.
The fact that there's season 4. How long do we go survive this nigga? Put this nigga in jail.
It has more seasons than anything. You binge watching really.
I need your story, Sharelle.
Okay, this is a very long story. How much time do we have?
We're running out, and you get to it.
Okay, listen. Real quick. No, for real. I was 16. I was supposed to go to one of the mansion parties, his mansion. But my homegirls, we had just got through drinking Mad Dog 2020, smoking reefer, And so I had one homegirl that was scared that, she was like, I'm a little worried. They saying he pissing on females. We were supposed to go and drive to the hotel because you have to park your car at the hotel and then catch a bus over there to the house, sign some little paper, and then
Some NDA.
turn your phone off.
In PA.
And and if you get caught with your phone out, they take your phone and
they pee on it in front of you.
Take that!
And then shove it up your puzzle.
And they were worried about all of that. Like, and then you get caught recording. They take your phone. They put you out. You don't have no way back to your car. But I didn't go. We got into a big fight and stuff like that. So
Who's we?
Me and my homegirls. It was like 15. We were 15 and 16.
Y'all were drinking
at
Mad
the time.
Dog. Y'all gonna fight somebody at some point.
So they ended up fighting each other, and so I'm not surviving R. Kelly.
So you won that, but that still wasn't a sex story. Patrick, your turn. She dodged that bullet. She dodged that
Hey,
bullet.
man, give her a little more of something or a little less of something.
I said piss. You know what I'm saying? You was going there.
You
to
mentioned
But it
piss.
didn't happen.
I go talk about the possibilities. I live in LA. I've been to a bunch of places I could have got shot. I don't bring that up in conversation. I almost went to this party that got shot up.
Tell me more.
I almost did cocaine in the bathroom with
I thought
four
about going
dudes.
to the bowling alley that the baby was fighting in.
I've been to that bowling alley before
I
5 years ago.
All right, let me just hold on. Let me get up there first. Hold on, Sharelle. Have you had sex?
I've had sex.
Let's start there. Let's start from ground one.
I've had sex.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Now I do have a little bit. It's not that really embarrassing though. You know, I was having sex and my waterproof tattoos came off on his stomach. That's how he did it. Now that was embarrassing for me because
You did the lick on?
Because the tattoo said Nathaniel. And then
What do you mean your tattoos came off?
my tattoos came. So they have these little stomach tattoos, and I really want a stomach tattoo. So I ordered it off of Amazon, and I didn't know it transferred from me to him.
How did you put
So
it
now
on
he
you?
had Nathaniel on
That's what
his
I'm
body,
saying.
but backwards.
He has all these flowers and shit
Latanian
on
or
his
something?
side.
And you held it on with a sponge like those
You just
temporary
take your,
tattoos?
You know, put some water on there, a little sponge or whatever, and then it comes.
The temp- okay.
It lasts about 2 weeks, but the sex was so heated, it transferred from me to him.
How perfect was it? Was it like
Perfect stamp?
Yeah, like a
That-
perfect
like-
stamp or
That shit looked like some bad eczema. You couldn't even tell him. He was like, "What the fuck is this?"
How is that story not locked and loaded? your tattoos came off on a nigga. That seems like I would think of
well,
that
first he told
immediately.
us about some teacher, you know what I mean, and then completely forgot.
Okay.
So your turn, Patrick.
What was the question?
Crazy sexual encounter. Was it something terrifying, funny, something that's weird, something that sticks out in your mind of a crazy, wild sex? Maybe it was a place, maybe it was a person, maybe it was an act, maybe it was something that happened that you just remember that just sticks in your mind.
Okay, so we were talking about teachers. I've had some off-camera stories. For some reason, when my career was like just getting started, porn stars were a fan of me as well. So I had
Is that light-skinnedness?
I had a few faces, but they assumed because I was in the blurred category that I liked like costumes and shit.
Like the furries?
Cosplay.
Yeah. So they would be like, they would pull up with like costumes, and I wasn't like really into that, but their choices were like,
You're like, oh, Jigglypuff. Okay.
no, like I'll fuck Tomb Raider. Like,
Tomb Raider's hot, though. I mean,
I'm a little offended because I'm not that much of a nerd, but I've always wanted to do that.
you're that much of a nerd.
I've had like the teacher and stuff like that, like
I
shit
don't do
like
the
that.
cosplay, but I'll do like the Christmas. I'll be Santa with a Santa hat. Or
That's
something.
cosplay, nigga. Come on.
That is cosplay. He's like, it's not even Christmas.
it's traditional.
He's like, it's June 16th, and he's like, I do a little dress up like
Little
Santa.
bells around the balls.
Like July 4th, he just like dresses as a barbecuer.
No, he's Uncle Sam. He's with Uncle Sam with the top hat, What now you can do for your country? What can you do for me?
So for our next one, we like to call this one Just the Tip. So we want each one of you guys to give us one tip. It could be sexual. It could be anything about life. It could be about dating, but we prefer the sexual ones. Again.
Sexual tips
Yeah, like little tip
Piece of advice.
about anything.
about anything for our
Why wouldn't we
viewers.
start with him?
Yeah, Jax, would you like to start? Like tips, maybe something sexually,
Something for
since you're the professional here.
Yeah, maybe there's a young aspiring porn star out there
A young sneezer.
that wants to be in a reverse gangbang like you.
I would say to last long in bed, focus on the women. You know what I mean? Or what I do is I count my ABCs backwards.
That's how you stay focused? Okay.
Most definitely.
That's a good one.
I know how to say I've never even thought about using that trick.
Why?
Saying the alphabet backwards. I never
I
thought
don't even
about
know
that
how
one.
to say the alphabet backwards.
How does that help?
It's less concentration on the sensation, or I'll count the holes in the wall.
Oh, you talking about to last longer? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they'll last long.
ZYXWVUTSRQPONMLKJHJIJ.
You got whole new strokes.
Wow.
Oh, well, you have to do it on rhythm too. A, B,
The
C,
girls gonna
D.
see you in your head like,
ZYXWVUT.
Be like, he's on the spectrum for sure.
So when he's ready to go, he just says it forward. He's like, all right, A, B, C, D, E.
All the EE, motherfucker.
that's too much of a marker though, because I'll be like, I'll notice like what letters I'm getting to. Like, damn, I'm not making it past F. Every time I do that technique, I notice.
Yeah, the girls up, girl. Mine can't make it past B. I mean,
I never made it to the elemental P.
To the P. Your tip, Miss Sharelle. Make it quick.
God. Okay, just the tip. Damn, she said make it quick. Just the tip. Do not trust him if he's saying it's just a tip.
That's a good one.
He just want to put just a tip
It's
in
a
there
trick.
because the just a tip turns into a baby. My daughter was born off just a tip. Yes, shout out to my baby Kyra. Her birthday was yesterday, but just the tip is what got me in that situation. So, ladies, I don't care.
It's never just the tip.
It's never just the tip.
What about you, Pat?
This isn't as common knowledge as I thought it was. But fellas, if you're eating coochie, you don't have to leave the clitoris. You just don't have to. It's all side salads. It's all
listen to him.
It's all side salads. I thought that this was common knowledge, but all of that, unless you visit in the booty hole, it's all that other stuff is just for it's just for show. It's just it's
Thank you. Oh my
you know,
God, thank you.
you could just
This
stay
being
there.
recorded.
And
It'd be hilarious if it wasn't. We're just talking in this room.
That part right there, fellas, you really have to listen, okay? That just stay at the top.
See?
Stop.
Not that common knowledge.
Man.
And so now we're going to share you with our tip with you guys.
yes. All right. Our tip is
Follow us.
Follow us on IG, YouTube,
Oh,
and
God,
OnlyFans.
I wanted a tip.
Yep.
That was weak as hell, Nikki and Broady.
I'll give you a tip. Learn people's names.
You said it again, Broady?
So Miss Sharelle, tell us where to find you.
You can find me all over IG and Facebook
What's
at
AG?
MZ_Sharelle1.
African
and
gram.
Facebook,
Afrogram.
Sharelle Pierce. And you can also still hit me up for bookings at spears1100@gmail.com.
Yes.
And then check me out at the Comedy Store, May
might
the
be
11th.
later.
Crack 'em up.
Ooh,
Comedy Store.
okay.
I think this might post after that. They already done.
Okay.
Jax, your turn.
I hope that show went well.
I hope you had a wonderful show. I'll be there. I went and saw it.
That was amazing.
I went and saw the show. It was the best show ever.
We might as well give advice from the future.
I got a standing O. So yeah.
Orgasm?
You can find me on Instagram, _YoungJax, YOUNGJAXX. And if you want to see my porn and my adult life, Twitter, Lawson
see his
Jones
spaghetti?
4444.
Lawson Jones 4444.
You can find me everywhere at Patrick Cloud, Instagram, Patrick, everything Patrick Cloud, but Twitter, that is Pat's on your back. And I just started a gaming channel called Cloudy Arcade. You can find me there and check out my new show on Red Bull called Rap IQ.
Nice.
And yeah, catch me with my hand on my spaghetti.
All right.
And with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in to
coming
another
out.
episode
We
of Funny
appreciate y'all.
Fucks. We're out. Boy.
Gang squared.
Funny Fux Podcast.